All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Jeff Teaches Programming, and we're in the middle of a C# program here. And the program that we're doing is a payroll program that allows the user to enter a 1 if they want an hourly worker, whose hours must be between 0 and 84, and whose hourly wage is between 0 and $99.99. If they work 40 hours or less, they get straight time, which is the hours worked times their hourly rate. If they worked more than 40 hours, they get straight time for the first 40, but anything over 40, they receive time and a half for. All right. Now, I did a boatload of rewrite on this. I think it's better than it was. And let's talk about a few of the problems that I found. Okay, right now I think it works okay for hourly. And I'm going to try to, in this video, incorporate the same things in here for pieceworker. Then in the next video, hopefully do both commission worker and salaried worker. Okay? All right. The first thing is I had in here something about quit, and I was never even using that. So now what I'm saying is, hey, forever basically. Show the menu, and then clear, because when it calls it again, it'll clear before it shows the menu again. All right. So as it says, this is the function to show the menu. Now I've added into here, enter a 5 to quit the program. So please enter a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. And if it was a 5, 1 still is calling hourly, 2 is still calling piecework, 3 is still calling commission, 4 is still calling salary, 5, this is how you do a normal program termination when you are working with a console program. You say environment.exit 0. All right. So the one I started working on in here was this one, the hourly one. All right. And I noticed for hours worked and stuff, I was setting these things to 0, which was wrong because 0 was a valid value. So now I'm going to say hours worked equals input hours worked. Okay, technically I probably could have gotten away without even assigning that anything, or I could have just come in there and taken this and put that up there. That might have been a cleaner way to do it. All right, so if I get rid of this, these right lines here and here, now what I can do is I can just say, thought of this right now, so like that, and now I can come in here and I can do like that. All right, so I don't really need these two lines. I'm trying to thin this down, whatever you want to call it. And now I can call this right here. All right. So I have done a little work to make this hourly a little easier. Hours worked is going to be first input valid hours worked. For hourly, it's input valid hours worked. Hourly rate is going to be to input the valid hourly rate. And then gross pay for hourly will be calculate gross pay hourly, and it'll need the hours worked and the hourly rate. Let me hit enter here. Move that over here so you can see everything. All right. Then we'll say hit any key to continue and do a read line. And basically what that's going to end up doing is it's going to end up calling, it's going to go back to main, which is going to call show menu again. All right, so that fixed that one. And let's go over these now. All right, so I cleaned this up, like I said, quite a bit here. I said, please input hours worked. I'm going to say here, I want you to be able to read everything that I'm putting in here. just about got it cleaned up now. So, well, leave it, put it back to the way it was, because it'll allow me to explain something here too. Okay. Basically what I have in here now, let me move this over so you can see all of it. This is a feature in here that allows you to put in the name of a variable inside of the write statement as opposed to the way I had it. So this should say, please put input hours worked between 0 and 99. Okay? Now remember, it's still possible to put something wrong in there. Okay? So, ask user to input valid hours worked. Again, that's from 0 through 99. I'm sorry, through 84. All right. Then here we're going to verify that the hours worked entered was first numeric, second greater than or equal to 0, and third less than or equal to 84. All right, so if it is valid, so this is saying that's the first one, that it was numeric. Second, this is the second check, that it's greater than or equal to 0. And third, that it's less than or equal to 84, we'll return it. But if we get down to here, it'll just say that it was illegal. Try it again. It'll come back up here, and it'll do the same thing. So by the time we get out of this, we've got a valid hours worked figure. So this second one will be a function to read in a valid hourly rate. Could you change that one up here? This should just be there. And again, the hourly rate must be between 0.00 and 99.99. Okay. So just like we did before, we will come in here and we will ask the user to input a valid hourly rate, again between 0.00 and 99, and that's what we're asking them right here. Then we're going to come in just like before, and we're going to verify that the hourly rate was numeric, was greater than or equal to 0.00, and was less than or equal to 99.99. If it is, we return it. Otherwise, we give an error message, which is going to bop us right back up here. So this is going to force us to have both a valid hours worked and a valid hourly rate. All right, then we call calculate gross pay, and we pass the hours worked and the hourly rate. Now there was a simple error in here. This said less than. It should have said less than or equal to. All right, because if you work less than or equal to 40 hours, you get no overtime. Otherwise, you get overtime. And we return the gross. Now let's see if this works. It should. Notice if I do a 5 now, the program just quits. Normal program termination. That's what I want. All right, but I'm going to come in here. Now I probably should put some clears and stuff in here. I'm going to leave it the way it is. So if I put in a 1 and I put in something invalid, so if I put in -9, illegal input, please try again. If I put in 100, illegal input, please try again. That's exactly what it should do. 50, now it says input hourly rate. And I tried it with parens and without parens. I'm going to remove those parens. But again, we'll try negative 33, illegal input, please try again. 333, illegal input, please try again. We'll put in 20. Now 50 for hours worked and 20 for hourly rate should result in 1100. And it says hit any key to continue, which isn't good because somehow I'm not showing that. All right. Let's see. Let's put in here. We'll put this down. Let's see. Call hourly. And did I remove? Calculate gross pay. There it is. Return gross. So gross pay equals, I should be able to do that right here. Now say right line, hours and that should give me my hours worked. Rate. And gross. And let's put a couple backslash n's after that. All right, let's see now if this works. All right, 1. Oops, try it again. 1. Let's just put in something valid. So 40, 25. Okay, it's not showing that, but that's okay. We'll fix that in a second. Okay. Let's get rid of that paren. Let's get rid of that paren. That'll fix that. Why isn't that working? I don't know, but we'll just do it like this. Just so you can see them both ways, I guess. Plus. We'll say here, I'm going to fix this right now. Hours worked dot toString into one more print. That should fix that. Let's just do the whole thing. Hours worked, hourly rate, fix that. And then finally gross pay. Gross pay hourly dot toString C2 and then 2 blank lines. Let's see if I fix this now. Now I've got here, hit any key to continue in a read line. Should be doing the clear anyway, but we'll see. Okay, 1. Again, let's put in 50 and 20. There's the hours worked, there's the hourly rate, there's the gross pay. Hit any key to continue. 1. Let's try putting in some invalid stuff. And then we'll put in the same thing we just put in before, which was, well, we'll put in 40. And 25. All right. Okay, so that one's working. So I'd like to quickly, I don't know how long I've been going here, 20 minutes, maybe 17 minutes. Let's fix up the piecework so it works in the same way. Okay. So this is going to be input valid pieces made. It's okay, we'll get it. Don't worry about the errors. We're going to get those fixed in a minute. Input valid price per piece. And gross pay piece, which is going to need pieces made and price per piece. Okay, again, we'll get all this fixed in just a minute. Now, at the bottom of the other one, all we had to add, we'll do something similar to that here. So we don't need any of this. And again, we're trimming a lot of fat out of what's in here. Okay, don't worry. This, of course, has to change. So this will be pieces made. This will be price per piece. Since that's a whole number, there's no formatting to do. So this is pieces made dot toString, so that fixed that one. This will have price per piece. So that fixes that one. And this will have gross pay piece. Okay. This has got to be calculate gross pay piece. Okay, we have pieces made and price per piece. Okay, notice that one's already cleaned up. So I'm going to get rid of all this and basically replace it. So for now, I'm just going to get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to replace them with what I put in the other ones. Now don't worry, because we'll get a lot of errors here, but we'll get it fixed in just a minute. I'll just grab it. Doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to grab this one. All right. Okay, so ask the user to enter a valid pieces made. All right, and I did make a change in here. I don't know how it would be possible. Well, I guess you could make nothing, but I changed the minimum price to per piece to a penny. Before it was nothing. That doesn't really make any sense. If you're going to make a part, it should be worth something. Okay. So this is, please input pieces made. Oops. And that'll be between min pieces made and max pieces made. Okay, that'll fix that. And this will be string pieces made str equals readline. Now we have to verify that the pieces made entered was numeric, greater than or equal to 0, and less than or equal to 100. So what we want to do here is this is the pieces made string. And we'll call this pieces. And this will be pieces. And this will be pieces. And this will be pieces. That is a decimal, so let's see. Oh, decimal. Oh, it's pieces, so this is an int. That'll fix that, but this has to be min pieces made, and this has to be max pieces made. All right. Now that one, for now, let's just return 0.0. Just so we don't have any errors in there. All right, so this is very similar to what we did before. We've got piecework, so pieces made is going to be input valid pieces made. So again, we're going to say, hey, ask the user to input the number of valid pieces made. Okay, so it says, please enter pieces made between 0 and 100. And we do a read line on that. Then we verify with the parse that it's numeric. Then we verify with this check that it's greater than or equal to 0 and it's less than or equal to 100. If it is, we return it. Otherwise, we give an illegal input message and we tell it to try again. Okay, that's pretty good, it looks like. Oops, what did I do here? Doggone it. All right. Let's grab all this. And let's put it in here and make the changes we have to make to get this to work. Okay. So again, what did we put here before? So this will be a valid function to calculate gross pay for hourly worker. Okay. All right, so we're down here now. This will be the function to read in a valid pieces made. which has to be between 0, and it's a whole number, can't make part of a piece, and 100. All right, then we'll come in here and read in a valid price per piece, which has to be between 0 and $1. Again, this could be changed to anything we wanted to change it to. Okay, and then we will calculate our gross price per piece. Return this time says that looks good. The only thing I want to do is in here under our hourly, we did a right line at the bottom, and I want to do the same thing here. So well, I guess we've got that already. Pieces made, price per piece, and gross pay. So let's see if that works. We already looked at number 1, so I'm not going to retest that. So 2. Let's put in something invalid. Okay. That all works. So let's put in, you made 75 pieces. All right. Oh. Still telling us to do that. Oh, I think the second one is wrong here. Let me check this. The second one is supposed to say price per piece. Pieces made. This should say please enter price per piece. I just did a copy on that. My fault. Price per piece, and that's between min price per piece and max price per piece. No biggie. All right. 2, we've already checked, but nothing. So it handles all the error cases. 75. Now enter price per piece. Let's put in nothing. Let's put in non-numeric. Let's put out of range. And out of range the other way. And now let's say you made 20 cents a piece. Should be 15 bucks. Huh. Oh. No. Still saying illegal input. It liked that. Didn't like this. What would be wrong with that? That's actually correct. I think my check must be wrong in here. This piece is made. Piece is made. Price per piece. Pieces. Min pieces made. Max pieces made. Now that's correct. 0. That's 100. Price per piece. That's price per piece. This is pieces made string. That should be pieces, which is fine. This is supposed to be the price. So that is not pieces made. That's a problem when you do a lot of copying. Price per piece str. We'll call this just price. And these will have to change to min price per piece and max price per piece. All right, let's see if that fixed it. Let's first just do a correct one. So again, we'll say you made 50 pieces and each piece is worth 25 cents. So it should be $12.50. Doesn't like that. And that is correct. So why does it like the 0.25? Could I have made that an integer? I don't know. I sure did. So it was throwing away any integer portion, or decimal portion, I should say. So let's try it again. 2. Let's just try a valid one first. So let's say you made 100 pieces, and each piece is worth a quarter. So you should make 25 bucks, and you do. So that works. Try our invalid stuff again. Handles all that. So we had 50, and let's say that each one is worth 50 cents. $25. So those two work now. So what I have to do yet is I have to do similar things for the commission and the salary. Okay, and I'll come back and do those in the next lecture.